Dream Team, it's your boy Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with Nalf. Why I'm glad I didn't grow up in Germany. Before we dive into this, y'all know what I'm gonna ask. Dive into that subscribe button, ring notification bell, give the video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You can subscribe to any of it. Put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Human, I talk back. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. What we got?
Guys, it is an absolutely gorgeous Sunday in Schwäbisch Hall, Germany. And it's on great Sundays like today that make me so glad that I did not grow up in Germany. Oh boy, Nalf, what are you saying?
Well, you gotta give us an explanation now. What you talking about?
Oh boy, Nalf, what are you saying? Oh boy, alright, I know people are gonna get upset by that comment, but just hear me out for a second. Let me explain.
The idea for this video actually came to me during our bus ride to a game. As Germany's gorgeous countryside passed by outside, I realized that I was actually glad that I didn't grow up here. We'll come back to this bus moment later.
Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I absolutely love my life in Germany. I feel like I'm extremely, extremely lucky to be living this life.
I really am lucky, even if I just look back at...
Just look at this, man. Wow, bro. Like, just to see something like that, it just... You know, it has to be a creator. Whether you believe in God or not, guys, there has to be something bigger than us out there. Like, this is crazy. This is gorgeous. It's just amazing.
Extremely lucky to be living this life.
I really am lucky. Even if I just look back at the past 10 days, I've gotten to experience some pretty cool things. I spent the night on top of a mountain. I got to commentate a Unicorns broadcast in a game that I wasn't playing in. I shot a fun collaboration video with another YouTuber. I participated in a commercial where Mikey got to hit me on camera over and over and over again.
Alright, we got it, that's it! Alright, let's do the next angle.
And I got to be in another commercial promoting the state of Baden-Württemberg.
Baden-Württemberg has really become a second home to me. I've spent so much time here now, and I have been a part of a really great community here in Schwäbisch Hall. So a lot of cool stuff. I really am quite lucky. But with that being said, I am glad that I was not born here and did not grow up in Germany. Now, I've talked a bunch over the years about how I love German Sunday culture, how everything just slows down and everybody collectively stops to enjoy life. But I don't think I've ever talked about my previous Sunday experiences in the United States, specifically in college when I played college football. Sunday was the absolute worst day of the week. See, we'd have games on Saturday, and oftentimes the game would get done late, and if it was an away game, it would get done late, and we'd travel back to campus. We wouldn't get back to campus until maybe 4 a.m., 5 a.m. on Sunday morning, go to sleep for a couple hours, and then would have football all day Sunday, a full work day. We'd have a team lift to work out, lift weights, get the soreness out from the previous day's game. Then we'd have a film session for a few hours to watch the tape of the game and correct our mistakes. And then we get on the field and would have practice. So Sundays were...
See, I knew athletes, like, they had in college, they had to do so much more than just a regular student, for the most part, in general. I'm not saying in all cases, but in general. But gosh, bro, to get done with the game Saturday, get back 4 or 5 a.m., then football all day Sunday. Like, you would think the coach would be like, all right, we're going to give you guys a break, and we'll hit it again on Monday. But the coach is like, nah, like, weight room in the morning, then film session, then we hit in the field. Like, dang, like, they body needs some rest. But, yeah, I can see why he would hate Sundays in this situation.
Game and correct our mistakes, and then we get on the field and would have practice. So Sundays were an all-day work day for me for basically 4 years during my college experience. bakery that I went to today didn't have any pretzels left, so I branched out a little bit and got a Laugenbrot with butter on it. It's basically a pretzel with a different shape. Here it is. Pretty good. Not as good as a pretzel, though. I'm not sure if it's the shape or what, but not as good.
Okay, so why did I explain that my Sundays in college sucked?
I am of the firm belief that you cannot fully appreciate something unless you've experienced life without it, unless you've been deprived of that thing previously.
Because I was so deprived of relaxing Sundays during my college life in America, I am now so overjoyed at the relaxing Sundays in Germany.
This video is not about Sundays, more that it is about the fact that because I grew up in the States and didn't have some of these great aspects of German society that German society has, I'm able to appreciate some of this stuff more than German people who grew up with this stuff. I know for a fact I'm able to appreciate it more, because when I talk to some people and rave about certain aspects of living in Germany, they're just like, oh, yeah, I mean, that's normal. That's totally regular. Nothing.
Yeah, what's normal to them is not normal to him, because, like he said, he wasn't able to grow up with these things. And so for him to just have these relaxing Sundays or just these different aspects of living in Germany are just awesome to him, because he didn't grow up with that. He's getting to experience it for the first time, and there's nothing like experiencing something for the first time. It's just amazing. So he's absolutely excited trying to talk to these Germans, and the Germans are like, well, that's just regular here. Like, I grew up with that my whole life, so you don't really understand unless you lived without it. Unless you live without it, then you understand how precious it is or how amazing it is.
Just like, oh, yeah, I mean, that's normal. That's totally regular. Nothing special. And to me, it is still quite special. There are just certain things that you cannot fully appreciate about something unless you are a little bit of an outsider. So, whether it's the fact that I love the feeling of Sunday in Germany, or the fact that you're in the heart of Europe and you can travel around to different countries with such convenience. You go 3 hours in one direction, it's a totally different country, different culture, different language. 3 hours in the other, it's the same thing. This is something that is just mind-blowing to the American brain, somebody who grew up in the States, where you can travel for 30 hours in one direction and just still be in the United States and talking to people who have basically the exact same culture as you. This is something that I really appreciate about living in Germany, or even something as simple as the public transportation. I know everybody likes to, joke and rip on the Deutsche Bahn, but in the States, I don't know if I've ever ridden a train in the States. And to be able to just hop on trains here in Germany and go all over the place, something that's super exciting for me, something that's pretty normal for German people, something that I just don't think that they can appreciate as much as I'm able to. Because if you're an insider, it is just part of your day-to-day life, something totally normal to you. But if you're an outsider, you have a different perspective, and you're able to look at it differently, which is exactly what happens.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool. Just being able to go from place to place, like you said, different cultures, different foods, different people. It's just completely different. Whereas in the U.S., it might be a couple differences, but it's still the United States, and so it's still kind of the same culture traveling throughout the United States. But I think this is really awesome. Yeah, I've never ridden a train. I've never ridden a dang. I've ridden buses like to school and stuff, but never like one to take you to a different city or anything like that. So mostly I've got around by car, foot. Used to have a bike when I was a kid.
Outsider, you have a different perspective, and you're able to look at it differently, which is exactly what happens with me here in Germany. Now, I'm sure somebody who was born in Germany and now lives in the States could say the exact same thing. They're able to see the United States from a different perspective and maybe appreciate different things more than Americans born in the States are able to do so. But, of course, I'm just speaking from my experience.
The perspective of being without something gives all the more value to when you eventually do have it. So back to the bus. I was so impressed with the countryside views and sunset, I couldn't take my eyes off of it. And then I noticed that none of my German teammates were really staring out the window in awe like I was. This was just a normal sunset in the countryside for them. You get so used to where you're from that it doesn't seem special. And so, had I grown up in Germany, some of the stuff that really contributes toward me really enjoying my life right now is the fact that I wasn't born here, and I'm able to really appreciate some of this stuff on a whole nother level. And so that is why I am glad that I did not grow up in Germany.
That was such a dope video. So it makes sense. He's not trying to diss Germany or anything. He's appreciating it. And he's glad he didn't grow up there because he wouldn't get to appreciate it as much as if he would have lived there. It would have just been a part of his daily life. But experiencing it, traveling over there, and now living over there, it's just an amazing experience for him, and I absolutely love that. That's all we got for this one. You guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You'll subscribe to any of it, put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy Neal. Out.